What's one thing about India that has already impressed you?
But the one I remember the most is the one of the green eyes who was like Miss World or something.
Aishwarya Rai.
Yes, quite amazing.
So thank you very much. ऐसा कहा जाता है कि समय कुछ भी हो, we still must say good morning everyone. Hey guys, come on everybody, good morning everyone. Thank you. Let's show some energy to the legendary Mr. Errol Musk. Louder, thunderous applause. A very quick fireside chat. I'm honored to speak to you, sir. You've come down, you've traveled, you're in India now. India is the land of culture and spiritualism.
Yes, absolutely.
What do you feel about the culture and spirituality of our country, India?
Well, you know, the culture of India goes back so far that in fact it's not really the culture of India, it's the culture of where humanity comes from. You know, it goes back so far. So what are we talking about? 15,000 years of Vedas and so on. So not to be interested in India is just not possible. You have to be interested in India.
You joined the Global Advisory Board. Just now we signed it. How do you feel it to be part of India's green energy revolution? There has been white revolution now. Green revolution is growing. What's one thing about India that has already impressed you?
Well, you know, I was impressed the moment I landed at the airport. You know, the Delhi airport was magnificent to see, and the gardens and so on. So I was immediately impressed. And and the clean energy. Yes, India's drive for clean energy is good. It's a leader in the world today. So to focus on green energy in India is to show the rest of the world what they need to do as well.
Fantastic. What is one thing that you like about India the most?
I would say the people are them very nice, very kind, very pleasant people.
Thank you so much. Did you get a chance to see any Bollywood movie?
Would I like to be in a Bollywood movie?
Did you get a chance to watch any?
Yes, I would. I would like to be in a Bollywood movie. The most beautiful girls you've ever seen in your life.
Who's been your favorite actor in India, Bollywood?
Well, you know, I don't know all the names. I know the older guy with the grey hair. He's very famous, you know.
Amitabh Bachchan.
Yes. And I always know him. And then, of course, every single show has the girls just get better and better, you know. But the one I remember the most is the one with the green eyes who was like Miss World or something.
Aishwarya Rai.
Yes.
Oh, he's like that. Oh.
Yes, it's quite amazing.
Mr. Errol, amongst your son's innovations,
Yes.
he's done Tesla in EV space, and he's done SpaceX, space exploration, Starlink, Neuralink, the boring company, Twitter, which is now the X. Which one did you personally like the most?
Well, I think the one I like them all, but the one that impresses me the most right now is Neuralink, because they are only a few years away, maybe even less, from joining the spinal cord, joining nerves, giving people a chance to see, hear, who've lost hearing, and so on. So Neuralink is the one that I look mostly for the latest news. The rest are doing very well and there's no complaints. I do think, though, that I've told my son that I don't think you should go to Mars in a rocket. I think you need to work out space-time travel. We need to go in a different way, not in a rocket.
What is your vision and what's your involvement for the green revolution? You've already partnered with Servo Tech now. So what's your vision? How do you see India in green energy revolution? How would you like to contribute for our country?
Well, you know, obviously we can all contribute to the green energy revolution. We have to find ways to generate electricity cleanly, preferably with fusion, nuclear fusion. And, you know, we haven't managed to do that yet. We need heavy study on that. But creating, storing and creating, generating electricity is the biggest challenge we face in the next 5 years. Even now, it's a challenge to generate enough electricity. But over the next 5 years, we expect the demand to be 10 times at least of what it is now. So that is kind of frightening. And so, fortunately, all around the world, movements like Servotech are there doing cutting edge improvements on generation, storage, and transmission of electricity. Yeah.
Lovely, fantastic. Servotech has been very close to my heart also. I've been involved with Ramanji, a visionary entrepreneur, thinks ahead of time, ahead of curve. Very wonderful entrepreneur, and I know him since 2017-18. He's been participating in few of our very, very popular educational programs, leadership funnel, etc. So Servotech's leadership is strong. Now you joining as a global advisory member to the board of Servotech, how do you see your contribution for this organization?
Well, I don't see myself as some sort of sage, but I will do everything I can to help. I have a lot of experience. I've been a consulting engineer in electrical mechanical engineering all my life. And all the things that Servotech are doing are things that I've done all my life. So hopefully I can help or give advice. And it's also a question of the idea that Servotech will grow here very big, but also probably want to move into countries around the world. So at the moment, Servotech is eyeing 40 countries around the world where it will sell its products. So each country has its own set of rules, and so you have to work with them, work with each country.
This is lovely. I'll be very happy. We'll all be very happy to see Servotech growing more and more. Based on your expertise in infrastructure and sustainability, what do you think we can learn, India can learn lessons for India to apply from your experience?
Well, we with electricity, although we've had it for 150 years, we are learning more and more every day about it. So, to try and be the know-it-all right now is not the answer. No, it's a cutting-edge field in which everybody is involved. And it's a field that will create many, many jobs for people. And, and in India, I don't think there's any problem. What you really do need, of course, is you need a friendly government, an enlightened government, let's put it that way. And I think you have that. When you have a government that is placing obstacles in your way all the time, as Elon experienced with the previous administration in America, well, then everything just stops and everything goes down. But at the moment, I think your government exactly knows what it's doing, and it has to, because as I said, we're using an amount of electricity now which is almost impossible to attain, and yet over the next 5 years it's going to be 10 times as much.
Nice. Now that you've spoke about the government of India, we need strong, stable government to grow. I want to ask you, since that you've joined, you're coming in India now, you're joining here, you're contributing here. How do you see the global perception of India as a country for business and entrepreneurship growing and changing in the world? What is the perception being building outside now?
No, the perception of India is very good. Even in the country that I spend a lot of time in, South Africa, nearly all our medical needs come from India. So your cars, Tata and Mahindra and so on, are in every country in the world. So India is perceived in a very positive light. No question about that. Also, your present Prime Minister has somehow greatly improved. To me, I love to see him on television.
Oh, fantastic. Yes. Lovely. Explore more spiritual places in future.
Yes. I'm very interested in the spirituality of India. I wrote a book which includes chapters on India and Kashmir and so on. And to do that, I had to go to the Vedas and read them. Some of them, I was fascinated by the Vedas on, that talk about flying machines and even have drawings of flying machines that existed tens of thousands of years ago. And so, yes, there's just so much to learn from India. The history of the human race, not just not the history of India, it's the history of the human people.
Do you have any specific spiritual place in India in your mind where you want to visit in future?
Obviously, yeah, I would mind to see the Taj Mahal.
Taj Mahal. Oh, okay.
And there's so many things in India. I've read several books. Oh, I must tell you, my son Kimball is named after a story written by Rudyard Kipling about India called Kim. And it's a story of a boy who gets lost in India, a European boy who gets lost, and he's raised by an Indian family. And eventually they find him, but he travels the whole of India. And it's called, it's a book, the boy's name is Kimball O'Hara. And I named my son Kimball after that story.
Lovely. Oh, lovely. One quick last question. You're in late 70s at the moment in your physical body, but you're still so energetic. You always keep going. You've been traveling. You've been doing a lot of business. You've been advising people. You're working very hard. What keeps you going? What is one message you'd like to give to our Indian youth?
Well, if you tackle things that are interesting to you, why get tired? Because you get the energy from the things you're doing. So from this type of thing, I get a lot of energy from it. I draw energy from the smiles of other people,
So nice. People get tired. He is inspired. People, when they see hopeless end, he sees endless hope.
Yes.
People in tough times, when they cry, he has a attitude that he always wants to try.
Yes.
People at the age of 60 and 70, they retire. He wants to retry and not retire. So here was Mr. Errol Musk, and especially with Raman Bhatia ji and the Servo Tech team. Congratulations one more time. Congratulations to the Servo Tech team. Thank you very much.
Thank you.